We're going to wait for this YouTube stream to kind of populate over here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we have today. My mouse died within 2 minutes of going live here. So we're going to have to charge it a little bit throughout the stream. So we're going to have to be doing that. But again, waiting for this YouTube stream to kind of populate over here. It's taking a little bit today. Hello. Come on. Come on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. All right, it's that time of day. Say good morning to somebody else in the live chat. Say good morning to me if you guys would like to. I'd love to see all you guys. If anybody is new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you. Let's see who we have so far. We've got Pepe. What's up, buddy? Easy Money. Welcome back, dude. James, Tor, Andy, Rogue, Cody, Dr. Bob, Rycat, Christian, Wreck-It Ralph, Romeo, All Function, Armando. What's good, team? How we doing? So, we had PCE data coming in basically right at expectations, which the market is obviously really enjoying here. And the other thing too is I can't believe that they stopped us out on the overnight strategy there. We were ripping in the overnight after the entry. Then we sold off for some random reason at like 2, 3 in the morning, hit the stop. And then all of a sudden now PCE comes up and rips it for us. So, I mean, the entry was, where is it? It was down like, hold on. Is this the right time? Oh, it's in here. The entry was at this candle right here, like 50.71. We would have been up like 25 points. It's all right. I mean, the overnight strategy still made like, what, 100 something points this month with one contract. You just made $5 grand doing nothing. So, again, there are easy ways to make money in the market. Some people just love to overcomplicate stuff. That BS wig got you. I know, man. It got us. It's all right, though. Good evening from India. What's up, Moon Knight? How you doing, buddy? Is that the data candle? Yes, it is. So here's kind of what we're looking for, everybody. The Asia Open is what crushed it, which is really annoying. So it is what it is, man. I mean, sometimes we're not going to hit them, but most of the time we do. So again, everybody, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button. Helps out a whole lot getting these streams out to some more people. Again, this is the best educational and trading stream that you guys are ever going to see from anybody on YouTube. It's just like, who else? Like, I don't get it. But let's kind of talk a little bit about some of the PCE data in terms of the specifics of what we've seen. Scroll down a little bit here. Nikki Leaks had some interesting statements. So the core PCE index rose 0.42% in January, the largest increase in a year. Seeing that right there, not great. But because the January 2023 increase was even larger, the 12-month inflation rate edged down to 2.8% in January from 2.9% in December. The 3-month annualized rate is 2.6%. The 6-month annualized rate is 2.5%. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, the PCE index is the Fed's preferred metric to gauge inflation. So when you hear a lot of the Fed speakers saying we need to wait for more data, more inflation data to look and see when we want to be decreasing rates, yes, CPI, PPI, housing data, jobs report, all of those things are important, but the key thing that they look for in terms of tracking inflation is going to be PCE. So moving down a little bit more here, we have PCE index climbs 2.8% year over year, estimated at 2.8. Core PCE price index climbs 0.4% month over month, estimated at 0.4%. So really right at expectations. But again, I think a lot of people are a little bit still cautious about what's happening with the market here, especially after that January CPI report, which is why you saw a lot of aggressive selling coming into PCE. Now we're starting to shift trend. We want to see what happens during the day today. If you guys were paying attention on Twitter, this AMD setup looks pretty nasty. I'm already in it. Uber's another one. I gave you guys this one on the Swing Kings course account. Palantir, again, I've had this one. It's possible that I'll be able to make these, maybe not. I might be able to make these free going into that little S&P 500 inclusion trade. I mean, again, this chart looks good. They have the potential to get added into the S&P today. Or not today, sorry. Today's not Friday. It feels like a Friday. But tomorrow after hours. So I want to see what happens with that. Either way, the chart looks really good. It really reminds me of this Uber setup here. This one, where we had this little move down, nice consolidation. We ripped up and just absolutely blasted this trade to the upside. And then Uber's setting up really nicely again up here. Again, guys, you don't have to catch the whole move. You do not have to catch the whole move in order to make significant amounts of money in the market. PCE easier to massage for the Fed, maybe? Yeah, sorta. I mean, it's a lot easier to predict, I think, is what a lot of people... the reason, like, that's why a lot of people look towards it. because you already have most of the data that's going into PCE. So if you know CPI, PPI, some of the other data points, PCE is a little bit easier to predict. Now, I want to go over a little bit with you guys, a little bit of like, I said this in the live chat, like a masterclass in hedging. When we swing, sometimes, guys, you're going to have really, really good chart setups that are going into days that have crazy data. PCE is decently crazy, as you guys are seeing right here. But it's not, I mean, it's not like a Fed meeting. So I usually don't swing anything through Fed meetings. And if I do, I mean, obviously I'm going to hedge a little bit more. But here's what I did yesterday. And you guys, I forgot to hit the record button. So I was short ES right around this candle right here. The 145 candle yesterday, stops above this high, ended up nailing this trade to the downside. It was great. I forgot to hit record though. I had another recording going, and when I went to hit record, it like stopped recording. So I was like, oh, right, that's annoying. So I thought I was recording it, and then I wasn't. And I mean, I nailed that thing for like what, $1,200? It wasn't anything crazy. So, I mean, it wouldn't have, I mean, maybe it would have done great on Instagram and TikTok, but, I mean, who cares? So, but I also was starting to scale into today's expiration SPY puts around here, which was nice. Was able to scale out of those a little bit, and I was buying the 503s. Now, what I like to do when I hedge is I get really, really short expiration contracts on, like, either SPX or SPY. The goal with those is thinking, okay, when I'm looking at strikes, how likely are they to go in the money? This is really important, guys. We're going to talk a lot about this in the mastermind, but this is really, really, really important, the way that I hedge things. I think about how likely they are to go in the money from a crazy data candle. Now, I like to get those hedges towards the end of the day, so you're not screwing around with price action. Like, you could see a day before data comes out that we just start skyrocketing, and then your hedges are worthless. So it doesn't make sense. Now, with that chart setup, I was a little bit more okay with taking it at like 145 with 2 hours left in the day. You nailed the day trade on ES yesterday as well. AREC, there you go. But in terms of sizing, like, I have a decent amount of long side swings here. But what I need to do is I don't think about necessarily those trades. I think about cash balance. Now, if you have a certain amount of cash in your portfolio and you outlay it into the market, this is how I view hedging in like short-term, medium-term options trading. I think about how much cash would I need to then collect back from my hedges in order for me to feel comfortable either holding the swings further or just cutting them at losses. And you can do a very, very simple calculation with what those contracts are going to be. Like, let's say that you're buying contracts for, let's say, 50 cents each, and the at the monies are like $2, and you have X amount of dollars out in your other positions. In order to get yourself back up to a certain spot in your cash balance, you would want to make X percentage or X dollar amount in order to take that money back and be completely fine. That's how I hedge things short term. It's very, very, very simple. Gold. I mean, we could look at gold, but like, what? Who cares, honestly? Uber's looking really good over here. That's what I like. Like GLD, we could look at this. I mean, it's up. Dollar's coming down. So this is probably just based off of the dollar coming off of PCE data here. So the dollar is down what? About 0.11%. You are seeing a little weakness in the dollar here, which is going to help those precious metals. Do I trade any gold? No. And I think what most people are doing, and I think these new people coming into the live chat here that are seeing me trade on Instagram and TikTok, is I trade future stocks and options. And this is my opinion, but I also think my opinion is completely correct. And they are size smaller. Yeah, they're size way smaller. Usually it's like 10 to 20% of what like the overall like long positions I have are. Like, I'm not trying to make back the whole amount of the position that I have on the long side. Like, sometimes that just happens. I'm just trying to get because remember, the long positions, unless you're trading like zero, like contracts that expire the next day, they're not going to zero. Most likely. Like, they're most likely not going to go to zero. So you don't need to hedge for that scenario in which you have to make it all back. But let's go back to this like quick Forex stuff. If you have the ability to trade futures or US equities, stocks, you should be. I think you're deciding to trade an inferior asset class with inferior brokers, with inferior data feeds, with inferior people talking about it on the internet, in terms of their knowledge, not in terms of their inherent value, just their knowledge about markets. Futures, no spreads, great regulated brokers, great data feeds, no nonsense, like simple, guys. Very, very, very simple. Let's go back here. What do we got? The dollar we were looking at. What else was on here? Keep going, keep going. Nope, doesn't want to let me go. What do we have? Tesla, Palantir. We need Uber right here, I think. But yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that in the mastermind. So team, it's Thursday. It's you guys that are already in the courses are running out of time before I send out that link to everybody else. You guys have your discount code. Maybe I'll send that out again on the SCV Swing Kings Twitter account for those of you guys that missed it. But I mean, you guys are steadily filling up those spots, man, for the mastermind. I'm so excited to start sharing that stuff with you guys here. Oh, what's up, Glenn? How you doing, man? Meta, it's probably pumping. That was another one I was hunting. How much is that up? Because I was hunting this one on, yeah. I mean, I liked it. It's up $4. That's not bad. I mean, I just kind of liked Uber and AMD a little bit better. Palantir's a little bit of a different story. Because there's a different, it's not a different thesis, but there's an additional layer to the thesis on Palantir on this one. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But team, keep smacking that like on the way in. We are going to have... Daryl's got a pee too. All right, there you go. And yeah, for those of you guys sitting on the sidelines too, don't buy the courses this week. Don't do it. Because if you hop in next week and you want to get the mastermind as well, you get the courses for free. Unless you just want the courses. I mean, it's the best education in the game. You can ask anybody in the live chat. But they are 50% off right now. AMD, man, I mean, this has got some potential here. I really, really, really like this one. If this can hold and potentially push up to 183.75, I would really enjoy that. I would really, really enjoy that, man. We would have some fun over there. Let's see. Let's see, what do we got? Any other tickers that you guys want to look for? I mean, I'm pretty much all set for this week. Especially after Monday, when we oh, that's gonna be really annoying. My washing is done, and it's just gonna keep beeping at me. After Monday, when I gave you guys the all those crypto tickers, the prior day on Sunday to look for, and we proceeded to make a minimum of 500% on Coinbase. I know you guys were holding them and made multi-thousands of percent. There wasn't much else for us to really do this week. But now it looks like we're going to be cranking some stuff up here. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun, man. Oh, you guys are cranking the like button too. Remember, if you guys get up to 150 likes, we extend the stream until 11. Don't be a slacker. Don't be a slacker, ladies and gentlemen. How's TLT reacting to this? There it is. Yeah, bonds weren't really reacting to this right as the data was released, which I thought was a bit strange. Market ripping. I mean, the whole reason why the market would rip on PCE data, inflation data, is because there's more of an expectation that we're going to start cutting rates in June. Now, what would that do to bonds? Well, it would cause people to start to buy bonds, because if rates are high right now, and the forecast is that rates are going to be lower in the near future, it would make more sense to come in, buy those bonds now, lock in a higher interest rate, and actually push down yields. What about SOUN? A lot of people were asking me about that yesterday. Doesn't make any sense to trade it after it already exploded. I think that's a big problem with a lot of retail investors, and especially a lot of new people to the market. They see stocks explode and it makes them think that they want to buy it. What I do is I teach you guys how to find the stocks that are about to explode before they do. You don't want to be buying the stocks after they explode. It doesn't make any sense to. Like, why do it? Like, if it's up 50% in a week, you think it's going to go up an additional 50? You've got a bunch of risk to the downside, as a lot of people are going to come and take profits. Like, think about markets in terms of like how people are going to react, because that's basically all it is at the end of the day. If something is up a gargantuan amount, what are most people probably going to do? Sell. So depending on the actual situation with it, well, I mean, it depends, but not something that I am looking at all right now. So, I mean, again, sometimes I think you guys are going to hear me say stuff, especially if you guys are new to the live stream, that might make you a little bit like, I don't like that. The point is to make sure that you guys have the tools that you need to have success over the long term, and behaving in the market that way just isn't. So it's not me being like, I don't like your stock or your opinion. It's just not something that I look for. Like, the reason why I'm able to have success in the market is because I operate with blinders on. I don't care about anything else besides what works. Which one is about to explode? I don't know, man. I gave you guys Coinbase CLSK. We can go through them right now. I gave you Coinbase on Sunday. So you opened here at 168 and then ripped. We nailed this one. All right, so that was one. Called that to you guys on Sunday. Then we had CLSK. This one was an absolute ripper. This one was absolutely nasty. Same deal here. And then MicroStrategy. All right. This was probably the best one now. So MicroStrategy opens here, breaks our levels, and then goes on an absolute moon mission. So, I mean, if you guys want to see the power of the Swing King watch list, here it is. Like, like, that's calling stuff. So this is Friday. In between this candle and this candle, I told you, this is going to go nuts. And then you open down here at 687. You could have bought this break right here, the 722. You could have bought this break right here, the 703. And then you're now trading at over 1,000. So, I don't know, man. You guys already got your 3 for this week. We had 3 multi-thousand percenters this week on the Swing King course watch list. So, I mean, there it is for you. There it is. What else do you want from me after that? Yeah, I don't think you can ask for very much more. That's pretty disgusting. That's pretty nasty. So, I mean, I'm going to hunt for some again and give you guys that this weekend as well. As always, sending you guys those watch lists, but that was sick. NVIDIA, Palantir, and Baba are on your watches today. I, right now, have a severe hatred for Alibaba. I hate it. I'm done with this. I cut this yesterday on the gap down, like here, 7601, after we were pushing this level. I no longer touching this ticker forever. I don't like it. It's not doing what it used to do. So this one, to me, is now no longer something that I want to touch. You got 3? Yeah, but like, are we gonna, what are they? What are they? Also in AAL and GM still. Yeah, how are those doing? Are those going to hit your TPs today? Oh, you're close on AAL. So that's final take profit on AAL here. What did we say? So that's a 1 to 6. Yeah, this is the one that you already hit the 1 to 3 on for first TP there. That was really good. And then GM is another really good one. Oh, GM did it. GM did it yesterday. You guys hit it yesterday. All right, so that's another gem. What was the risk to reward on this one? 1 to 4, not bad. I mean, it's not the best one in the world, but I mean, that's just textbook right there. Remember we talked about how you hate Baba for the past month? Yeah, I hate it now too. Baba stinks. I don't like that stock. Because remember, we used to nail Alibaba off those levels, and now it just doesn't want to follow through, which is fine. It doesn't matter. The risk is so small anyway. Like, I think on that trade, the position was down like 10%. The position. So if I'm going in with 1-2% of my account, the loss is meaningless. Like, it doesn't matter. But then when we go in with 1-2% of our account and nail Coinbase for 500%, that's pretty good, man. That is pretty good. Yeah, GM is going to print for you guys this morning too. So if you guys are still holding those, there you go. You could use that as second TP there, or just and then hold some. But I mean, it's up to you. It's like you nailed it. There you go. Palantir came back down a little. Where's Amanda? AMD 179, and those are going to be up nice this morning, I think. Did I see Bitcoin yesterday? Yeah, are you talking about the big drop off the Coinbase nonsense? I went down a little rabbit hole yesterday, and I started listening to Michael Saylor talk. I didn't understand the depth of his story. I just didn't. Like, I always thought that, like, Michael Saylor was just, like, Bitcoin. He just always was doing it. No. Michael Saylor, like, made a jump. If you guys want to hear an interesting finance story in, like, the United States stock market, go look and listen to, like, what Michael Saylor did. Because I don't think a lot, because if I didn't fully know the story, like, there's probably a lot of people that don't. Like MicroStrategy at that time, it's like a tech and data company. And they had, and he was thinking like his company was having some decent like issues. Like if he gave some of the money back to shareholders that they had, or if they just held it in cash or treasuries, he knew, especially when the Fed started printing money. This is like the spark notes of the story, but it's really, really cool. He knew that if he was holding that cash when the Fed started printing all of this money, or the government started printing all this money, that he was just going to, by doing nothing, was just going to lose 20-30% of his value in cash. So he was like, well, we can't have that. What can he do? And he went through all of these different options. He was thinking about buying like precious art and things like that. It's hard not to get excited about Bitcoin long-term from listening to him. Yeah, I know. It is very hard to not. So then he came up, he then decided on Bitcoin, and he started buying a boatload of it. Then there was that situation, I believe, back in 2022. He levered up too. He's an insane person. He levered up with company money. Think about it like this. Michael Saylor probably has gotten, think about the share price increase of MicroStrategy versus what Bitcoin has done since 2020. This is an important thing to talk about here. MSTR is up, let's just say, since 2020. This is an interesting chart. 2020. Let's just say April of 2020, March 2020, kind of when everything started to go bad. So you look at this right here. How much is MicroStrategy up in this time? About 1,000% right now. All right, how much is Bitcoin up? How much is Bitcoin up from that same time period? This is not what I want. This is really interesting. So you go back to 2020. How much is it up? April, same time frame. Right here. Let's just use the bottom of the candle to be nice. You go up here. It's up 918%. So Michael Saylor is outpacing Bitcoin's gains by levering up on Bitcoin with company money. He's a wild person. It's just like, he's just a cool story of like the market. Like he saved his company by buying Bitcoin. It's ridiculous. What do we want here? We want Palantir somewhere. We want Tessie. Will Bitcoin continue to grow in the future? If inflation stays around, yep. Will it be incredibly volatile? Yep. Will it probably trend up over time? I mean, yeah, unless something crazy happens to it. All right, we're gonna have issues with the lighting today because we're right by the window. But oh, we're already at 50 likes. All right, guys, you guys are 100 likes away from extending the stream today. I appreciate you. Let's do it. AMD looking all right. What's ES doing over here? Is it coming down into open? Yeah, I mean, we're up almost 1/3% here. It's just a cool story because, like, to me, I thought Saylor was like early Bitcoin adopter, and he wasn't. It's just a cool story. And then when you listen and hear him talk about things, it kind of makes a lot of sense. It kind of makes a lot of sense, man. Let's see. But yeah, the Coinbase stuff yesterday, I mean, I think they just had like too many people buying, like, or not buying, but like on the platform, and it just like collapsed a little bit. But like, it's fine. It's not like the money's gone. Your money you should be able to see your account values now. I can see mine on my fun little crypto account, which is now nicely in the green. Like 2%, which is kind of cool. Really cool story. I've heard him talk, but never knew that. Yeah, there's a the Patrick Bet David podcast is good for him. I bet the Lex Friedman one is really good. It's a very cool story. Let's see, guys. We got, what, 6 minutes to go until market open. Any tickers that you guys want to look for, let me know. Again, it's going to be a pretty wild day here. I'd love to see Palantir try and get over 25. That would be fun. The SPY puts that I have as a hedge are going to completely die, which is perfectly fine. I already scaled out of them yesterday. But the AMD, Palantir, and Ubers are probably going to look really good. Same happened in 2021 on Coinbase. Yeah, if you look at, I don't know, the Bitcoin stuff right now is interesting because I don't know, you're probably going to see a sell-off before it really goes, I think. I don't know, though. I'm not like a crypto person. Like, that's probably what's going to happen. I think that now his company is just Bitcoin and not what he used to do. Pretty sure it's not. Mara? I mean, Mara's already made a giant move. I mean, you guys, if you guys are holding shares of Mara from when I was talking about this thing and telling you guys that it was about to rip, remember what I was saying on Twitter? That after this move, when I made 1,200% on the options, I was tweeting in this period, on my little streaming hiatus for like 2 months, where I was like, if you thought the last Mara trade was nuts, you have seen nothing yet. And then what happens? We get the break of 1066, and it runs to 30. The thing tripled. You're welcome. Pay attention or pay a premium, guys. Like, that's the name of the game around here. Like, the things that I talk about are, like, they had earnings yesterday, too, on Mara, so I'm not going to be touching this thing. But if we get another setup on Mara one day, you guys know I'll be all over it. It's just for this week, when we were talking about the crypto setups, Mara didn't look as good as the other ones. Coinbase, CLSK, and MicroStrategy looked way better to trade this week than Mara did on this chart here. So that's why we selected those, and that's why those ripped more than Mara did. Would you play ES on open? What do you mean? Why would I play ES at open? Why? Like, with what strategy? With what? I don't understand what there is to do here on ES, Skidmark. Attention paid, premium not. There you go, Tor. Yeah, I know somebody yesterday was saying that they were still holding Mara from when we were getting the 1066 break. That was one of the best trades that I've called out for you guys. Affirm was another one. Coinbase, CLSK, and MicroStrategy were really good this week. The Ubers were good. It's just countless, man. There's countless ones. AMD, I'm really interested in here. If you break above 183.75 or even this high here, this 185, you could have some real fun. You could have some real fun. All right, we got 3 minutes to go. I don't have to do anything with the overnight strategy because those a-holes stopped me out before we could get the ripper. That's fine. I mean, you end the month with 2 stop outs, but you're still up over around 100 points on the month. With one contract that's $5,000 before fees, knowing nothing about the market, I'd say that's pretty freaking good, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I'm feeling good today. I'm ready to go. Went to the gym this morning. Nice little bicep day. It was great. People look at me in the gym sometimes and like I can't tell because like all of the TikTok and Instagram videos are going so crazy now that like I can't tell. People will come up to me now when I'm out and they'll be like, "You look really familiar," and I'm like, "Huh? I wonder why that is." Because like people will say that to me like in general, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, but yeah, I'm on the internet." Like, no, I don't say that. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Maybe I got one of those faces, like. Whoa, AMD just got a nice pop there. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, these are gonna be up nice. I thought you were saying no. Thursday into Friday. It's not rollover day today. It's when? It's today into tomorrow. So when I say Thursday, I mean like today. Like Thursday to Friday, I'm not doing it. Yesterday was fine to do it with though. All right, we got 2 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, everybody that hasn't yet, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot spreading these streams out. Tesla's at the top of the list. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get that on Tesla yesterday, but when it started showing that weakness, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to play that game. Dude, AMD's back at 180. I might make more. Nah, I don't think I will. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It does feel like a Friday. Ding, ding, ding! The market. Oh, wait. Sorry. That was... All right. I jumped the gun there. I thought something moved on my screen, and I thought it was the market opening, but it wasn't. Sorry. My bad. My bad, guys. The market's not over yet. We got 30 seconds. It does feel like a Friday. I think it's because last week was a short week. Yes, looking good. AMD looking real good. Tessie. Let's get Uber back up here. Come on, Uber. Check, check. Uber. All right. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. All right, now we got it. Market's open. I look like Randall from the cartoon show Recess. I don't know what that is. AMD 180. What are those contracts up right now? I bet they're up a lot. 71% on the AMD contracts right now. Woo! That's nice. That's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. What else we got? Oh, we're looking great. We're looking phenomenal here. All right. What the? Oh, these are up big. I might get a. I'm gonna do a little scale here. I think. Just throw a limit and just see what the. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a little scale there. See if they hit that. Yeah, they hit that. Nice. All right, little scale out there at 75%, just to take some cash back. He does look like Randall. No, you know who I look like? I'll tell you what I actually look like. Go look up Toothless the Dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. That's what I look like. All right, ES running, Uber being a disappointment to its bloodline, Palantir looking okay, AMD looking absolutely phenomenal here. What are these up now? Like 80%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. The Palantirs are up like 16. Gonna be a good day? Oh, it's a great day, man. It's a great day. This textbook AMD trade here coming up. I love it. I love it, man. I want to see if this thing can break up to 183.75 today. That's where my next scale out point is going to be, at this high. If it dies, it dies. ES is running. What are yields doing? Nothing crazy. Tessie trying. Uber not doing anything, really. AMD. There's AMD right there. Groupon. Is it running? Nah, that's not qualifying yet. All right, the AMDs are up 90% now, 94. They're about to be up 100. I just wanted that little baby scale out there, and then I'm not gonna sell anymore until 183.75. That's what I'm looking for on it. If we can get up to that high today, I'll be thrilled. I'd be thrilled on that. Because if ES just wants to, if you push through this zone here, I mean, you do have this level at 5108. But that would be real good, especially if NVIDIA, like the chip thesis, starts to come back to life, because everybody was focused on Bitcoin recently. Uber, what are you doing here, buddy? Where's, I want to check this one. Where's Salesforce? Yeah, those look good. Palantir, above 25. There we go. What are those up? 23%? That's nice. 25. Yeah, the AMDs are basically up 100% now. Yeah, there you go. That's 100% right there. That's nice, man. Sold the Kava calls for 224%. Atta boy, Eddie. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So I should probably throw a price alert on AMD because I got a lot of stuff I got to do today. All right. What is that? It's like 183.75. So what do I want my alert at? Like 183.50. Yeah, I'll put that there. It's moving around like crazy though. Hello. What's up, Rance? How you doing, buddy? What are we up in terms of percentages today? 7.5, 6, 7, 7.5. We're looking really good today. Jeez, man. Here comes ES. It's probably not going to be a day trade setup today on ES. It's just fine. I mean, we're going into rollover anyway, so I don't really want to trade futures at all. The volumes are weird. Like, I'd rather wait until next week and start day trading again. I mean, I did hit that pretty nice day trade yesterday, but there's not much to do. Dude, is AMD just going to rip right to it? I mean, if it does, I'm going to be up a lot. I'm up 108, 109 on that one. %. If it does it, I mean, I'll be really happy with that. Then I'll scale again, and then we're good. Yeah, I'm up like 111% on them. NVIDIA blast off. Oh, look at that. Dude, I think we might do it. I'm up 120% on these right now. I tweeted this out to you guys yesterday. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. Sometimes during the week, I'll throw them out there for you. Check. Uber. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Those are green, but not much. I think this thing's going to get a rip, but it's small, so. Dude. Look at this. Look at us. Check, please. Look at this. All right. Well, thanks, AMD. I'm just waiting for that target to hit up there. 180. It's like 183.75. We get up there, I will sell more. If we do not, I will not sell more. Very simple. We're ripping, though. There we go. All right. Where's, dude, Palantir's getting up there, too. Can I make those free yet? Can I? Nah, they're only up like 30%. That's still good, though. That's still real good. Commodities. Wendy's pricing on burgers. No, I mean, you could trade oil and do some stuff like that, but, I mean, I won. Oh, there goes the shark on AMD. ES sharked a little bit there. Maybe we won't get it. That's fine. Ooh, we're 24 likes away from 100. Then we're 2/3 of the way there from extending the stream. There we go. Yeah, Tesla can't do it. I don't like it. Tessie is not. I'm not a big fan of Tesla's chart anymore. Where is Tesla here? Dude, if it can't break this, that's gonna be the break level there. That 205. If we break above there, maybe I'll take a bite at it. But I'd love to see AMD. You know what else we need to rip? The like button. Thank you, D. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, remember, all you guys that have already hopped into the courses, you only have a couple of days left to make sure that you're securing your spots before I send out the link to everybody on the 4,700 people email list now. So I've been getting a lot of messages on Instagram and TikTok about that. So for those of you guys that haven't hopped in yet and you're kind of being lazy hopping in, you only have until Sunday to use your, well, I mean, you will have after, but the spots might fill up. AI calls 120% since yesterday. Good work, guys. Good work. See, and that's the thing I love to see is that when I'm not going to be able to see Palantir's not stopping. Is it going? Oh, no. I'm not going to be able to see absolutely 100% of everything that's occurring in the market. I'm going to see like 85% of it. But when I see you guys coming out here in the live chat using the things that I teach you and saying, oh yeah, I drilled this trade for 120%, that's the point of this. It's so that you guys have the ability to fish for yourselves, which is awesome. I love it. All right, let's see what AMD wants to do today. I'd love if Palantir can break above 25.50. That would be epic. Where's Uber? Check, Uber. Nah, it's not doing much. It's getting ready for that area? Yeah, it is. I mean, we'll see. Still up about 125% on the AMDs, just holding those, seeing if I can get that target. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. For some reason, the premiums dropped on that when that popped. GM, did it run? I mean, you guys hit that TP yesterday. So you guys should all have had your price alert. Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys. Left and right. Boom. Boom. What are you guys on shares on GM or options? Am I buying IWM calls? No. Are you guys on shares or options on GM? I'd be curious to know what the options are up. I mean, you guys would be up about 4.7% on your portfolio with that one trade if you were trading shares. Maybe a little less after the scale out here, moving stops to break even after we hit it, but I mean, that's still really good. AMD, I want you to get that push. Look at this, man. What a week. What a week we've had. Your runners are only up 70% on GM. Yeah, it might have been the long dated is a bit iffy. So again, that's the different 80% now. I mean, that's not bad, especially on GM. You have a little longer dated options, got it a little late, but up 70% on them right now, over 100% on GM. There you guys go. Easy money. I want to see Uber flip to the upside here. I don't know why it's not. That should be going with the market here. It's not. So maybe that's one that I ditch and wait for the move, which I'd honestly be okay with there. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. Because with this move, you should be running, and it's not. So I'm probably going to ditch that at break even. Yeah. And then just wait for the actual break. I tried to front run it, and you just didn't get the move, but still able to get out at no loss. 81% on GM. Nice, guys. There you go. That's pretty good. And the AMDs I'm just going to wait for because that's looking really good. But since Uber didn't get that pop this morning that I thought it was going to, I mean, I'll just wait for it to break out of the range and then trade it then. Anyone have a birthday today? That special one once every 4 years? Yeah, if you realize, guys, yesterday I scheduled the live stream for March 1st, which is Saturday. I didn't realize that it was a leap year. And we had a February 29th, which, look at this. I just sold the bottom on Uber. It's fine. It's fine. I want to see AM, because if Uber goes, where's it going? I mean, it's going to 81 and then potentially even higher. Is that all-time highs? Yeah, I mean, if you get the clean break on Uber that I'm looking for, Uber, you are just, you really had to do that. Right as I ditch it, at break even, you just start running back up again? Wow, I see how it is. AMD's got like $1.75 before I'll scale out again. Already realized some profits on that, but waiting for the big move. March 1st is a Friday. March 1st is a Saturday. Oh, it is a Friday. Dude, I keep thinking it's Friday today. King Julian says drop a like. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for hopping in. Look at this volume coming in on ES here. Jeez. That's a lot of orders. Yeah, you guys cranked it on GM there. Good for you. Where's AAL? Did that one get it too? It's close. AAL is really close there. Do you do the overnight strategy Sunday open as well? Yes. Yes. AMD kind of fizzling here, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. It don't matter. All right, let's see. We're up real good today. Real good. Still sitting up about like 7.5%. That's awesome. PMI when 10 or in 2 minutes. Yeah. Yep. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah. AAL, you need like 20 cents. Palantir lost it a little bit there. That's not great. Overnight strategy killed it today. Too bad you didn't take it this time. Nah, the overnight strategy got stopped out today. The 9-point stop hit, which is really annoying. Telly's up nicely. Grab those Tuesday. Check Tuesday. There you go. Yeah, Telly is up. Telly back over 94. There we go. For those of you guys that don't know, I mean, we were getting, I was screaming from the rooftops about TLT down in here at 83. We ran all the way up over 100, sold off a little bit, but I mean, you guys know from all those videos on TLT what the thesis is. Can these data candles get eaten up? You mean to the downside? I doubt it. Unless something else crazy happens in the market, I would doubt that. Like all the way back down? I mean, you could, but I don't. IWM. What do you want to know about IWM? Like, we could look at RTY right here and see how it's doing. It's just ripping. I wouldn't, guys, on days like this where you see giant moves to the upside for day trades, I wouldn't touch anything. Like, the market has been shocked. Like, there's been so many other factors, data that has just been input into the market. why would you then want to subject yourself to a more risky environment? To me, that doesn't make sense. So I'm not really going to be day trading anything today. If you're wondering about this on, like, let's say the daily time frame, I mean, you're breaking these highs, which is good, but it doesn't mean really anything to me. You know, like it doesn't mean that we need to do anything. AMD's coming back down. Oh wait, no, AMD's coming back up. There we go. Looking phenomenal. Bitcoin going up, Riot down. That's interesting. Yeah. Oh, wait, where's ES? Did ES get a pop on the PMI data? Tried. It tried. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about this yet either. For those of you guys that like funded accounts, especially for futures, Apex, I believe, is still doing their 80% off sale right now and 1 day to pass. So if you guys are interested in that, there's the link right there. The link is also pinned to the top of the live chat. So you can have up to like 20 accounts. I mean, if you guys like funded accounts, you like Apex, there you guys go. 80% off. Palantir losing it. That's interesting. Is that off of Snow? Is Snow moving down? Snow's moving back up. This was a great trade on Snow here. This one ripping right to the upside. I mean, it may look like to the untrained eye that it was a stop out, but no, that's a dirty trade here. That was what? 1 to 6.4 risk to reward one on Snow. That was nasty. Overnight strategy from Open didn't get stopped out on MES. It did on MNQ. Well, you wouldn't put a 9-point stop on MNQ. It would be way more than that. Yeah, I mean, on ES it got stopped, so, which is what I use it on. Which stinks, because that probably would have put the overnight strategy with 1 contract on ES up over like $6 grand for the month. You know how much you needed to know about markets and trading to be able to make money with that? 0. Nothing. But again, it was down 9 points in January. I'm not going to sit here and say that it just wins all the time. But it does print over time. I'd love AMD to get up to that level today. That would be sweet. Up like 113% on those right now. I'd love for Palantir to stop sucking. Yeah, it's coming back up. Let's see. And then let's see, which, those of you guys that are already in the mastermind, are you guys excited? Let me know in the live chat. I know we got a lot of you mastermind members here that got the early access and the discount. Are you guys excited for it? I mean, I have so much that I'm going to share with you guys in this. Again, it's the only one I'm ever going to do. I'm so pumped. Like, this is going to be the best financial education that you ever receive. And I'm just like itching to start with you guys. Like, I'm like, I want you guys to know all of this stuff now. Like, I wish everybody knew this stuff, but people just don't. Romeo can't wait. There he is. What's up, team? You got stopped out on the overnight on MES? Yeah, it should have stopped you out. It was up big for a while overnight. Dr. Bob can't wait. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. In order for AMD to hit the target today, the first target, basically, ES is gonna need to break through this zone. So excited for the mastermind. There you go. It was way more than 9 points down on MNQ. Yeah, I'd have to look and see what the points are for it, but NQ is not the 30-year study on it. The 20-year study on it is with ES, not NQ. And I've tested it on NQ, and it works way better on ES. Way better on ES. For the overnight on ES, do you enter as soon as the futures market opens? Yep. Very simple. Buy the open. of 6 p.m. Sell the 9:30 open. 9-point stop. You're done. Don't trade rollover. Those are the only rules. Like, it's so simple. Uber's trying. Uber kind of pissed me off today. You know, like, that's annoying. I sold the bottom again. I'm going to give it some time. I mean, this one, it does need a little bit more. Like, I'd love this thing to converge into this EMA here, which we're going to talk about a little bit more, which is my front run. That was how I was trying to front run it, but it made more sense on AMD. So, yeah, Uber is trying. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that kind of makes me a little upset with me selling it when I did. iRobot, hilarious. 7% now. That's interesting. That's fine. I mean, I'm still cooking with other stuff. That's just... you know what, Uber? F you. SCB sold me his contract? I might have. Who knows? Probably not. I mean, these are deep. I want to look and see what these contracts are right now so I can get sad. Because I think they were next week's. I'm going to make myself sad. Ready? You made the mistake of trading it on MQ. Yeah, guys, don't... When I make videos for you guys and I teach you guys strategies and stuff, every single thing that I say in there is how it's supposed to be done. Please do not think that just because I say something that it works on everything else. Like, the study that I showed you in the video is on ES. Like, that's what it's on. So then deciding to try and trade it on NQ is a little bit crazy. So please don't do that. Palantir's back to 25. I like that. There we go. I like that, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, we are cranking today. All right, get this nonsense off my screen. It's going to make me sad. I mean, guys, I'm still up, what, on the day? 8.5%. What are we up on the week? Guys, on the week with Coinbase and a couple of paper cuts and now AMD and Palantir, we're up. And some other stuff, too. I'm up 21% on the week. That's how powerful this is with the way that I manage risk. It's like, cut it quick, ride the winners. All right, AMD's making an attempt here. It's about $1 away from where I want to start taking a little bit more profits there. And then the next target's 190. After that 183.75 hits, the next target is 190. So up about 140% right now on AMD. That's good. That's good. We love seeing that. Here we go. We're close. I got to get ready to sell this thing. I got to get ready. We're like 50 cents away. Let's see if this pushes. I don't know. It might. Did ES break? I think ES is going to need to break over this in order for us to get it. I could be wrong, but... I mean, that's a nice move on AMD here. Oh, screw you, Uber. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Come... No, that's rude. Hey, Uber. That's rude. On 311, are you misreading something? Popping bottles on these trades. I'm waiting right with you. There you go. Where's AMD? In order for me to not feel completely terrible about Uber, I need to get my, here we go. Come on. I need to get my scale out on AMD. That's what I need. Then I can, Uber, you are just something else. You are just something else, Uber. Yeah, we're getting there on AMD. We're really close. All right, here we go. We're 30 cents away. all right. Remember how I've been talking with you guys about my friend Will, who takes the trade? What's he up? He has Uber. I swear to God, if he swung contracts that expire tomorrow. All right, here comes AMD. We're right there. Oh, come on. You dropped a little. Yeah, that's right, Uber. Sell off. Oh, he's up like 46% on him. That's good. Good for him. Look at this. We basically tell. What's the high? 183.59? Nope. I want 183.75. That's what I want. I want my phone call. All right, we're up 148% right now. 150. Oh, he's up 41% on Palantir, too. Good for him. Look at this. He doesn't even know what he's doing. That's how simple this is. He's just like, yeah, I don't know. Both next week. Oh, that's not bad. AMD, you are just a... See, we got to get through, I think. Palantir looking good, though. All right, we're going to leave this be. That alert fired off for my AMD sells. I just didn't get it. I could scale out here. I just don't really want to, you know. I want to wait for my target. It's just being an a-hole. It's fine. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Palantir looking good. Uber, I'm no longer a fan of you. Just kidding. It's probably going to be pretty good. ES is just struggling with this zone. That's not going to help this, but I mean, it could get there. Yeah, so the next sell is probably going to be about 160-something% on the AMDs. That's fine. I mean, I just want to see what these are going to be worth when it gets up there. I don't want it to rip, hit it, and then shark. I want to be quick on it and just get them out. Like, if it runs back up to, like, 183.50 again, I might just ditch a little bit of it. Like, a third of what's left. Uber can do whatever it wants now. You secured profit. Good work. Good work. I mean, I could do it here. Oh, no. Here we go. Come on. Come on. 40 cents. You can do it. Yeah. Come on. 30 cents. Get your butt up there. I might just take it here. If it gets above 183.50 again, I might do it. I'm going to throw a... Aw, AMD. You are... Oh, my God. You're edging it. You're right there. Ah, it's ES coming down. I mean, the contracts aren't really moving. I could secure a little bit more there. No. I'm leaving it. I hate that. Like, the high is 183.59. We were 14 cents from hitting the target. That's ridiculous. That, come on. Come on. What's AAL? Oh, here comes AAL for you guys. There you go. AMD, you're a disappointment to your bloodline. That's what you are. Palantir's looking good, though. Up 21% on those. I got time on those, though. Because in the event that it does get the S&P inclusion, I mean, that's going to be pretty nice. You could get a nice sustained run. All right, AMD, I'm not playing with you anymore. Give me a little bit more money, and then we're done. Throw in that limit order right there. If you hit it, you hit it. If you don't, you don't. You're being a real piece of work today. You're being a real piece of work, AMD. TLT moving on up. Yeah, that's nice. AMD, you go hit my order right now. We're not playing this stupid game with you and me. Oh, we're 12 likes away from 100. There we go. There we go. You guys are getting close. Here we go. Come on, hit it. All right, there we go. There we go. Made it free. We're done. Let her rip. We're up over 10% on the day. Which one's going to be included in the S&P? I don't know. They make the decision tomorrow. Palantir qualifies. I was surprised that they didn't get the nod last time they did it. So, who knows? SMCI might get it. You're reliving your AMC trauma. That makes sense. That thing's a piece of garbage. I tried to warn everybody after the 8 nonsense. I was like, yeah, nope, it's going to die. People were like, no, you got paid by a hedge fund to say that. And it's like, well, if that's the case, then the hedge funds love retail investors because the stock died. Where do you got to get to on AAL? Oh, 10 cents away on AAL. There you go. What a day. What a day, guys. This is great. Up over 20% on the week from like 3 trades. See, Beryl, you're one of the smart ones because you realize, though, that, like, you're not coming in here and being like, oh, I don't like you. And it's like, I called the run and I called the sell-off. The Kool-Aid was thick with AMC. It was. There goes AMD. Yeah, so my next spot that I'm going to be selling AMD contracts at is 190. So they're up 150% right now. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's see. I'm tweeting my AMD gains because, you know, you have to do that when you're a social media person, which is weird, but, you know, it is what it is. Where do I see your charts for these contracts? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm trading options. So every single week for everybody in the Swing Kings course. So and then all the stuff in the course is, what do you call it? It just teaches you exactly how to identify. You don't even need me at that point. Like, it's just a guide. Yeah, there were a lot of people in here, Glass Guy. That thing had a lot of potential for a while with the asymmetric upside of what they could do. Their management was just an absolute disaster. Once they put the nail in the coffin for what they were actually going to do to everybody, I just was screaming from the rooftops. I didn't care that everybody was sending me death threats, that was yelling at me. I was like, I don't care. I'm going to tell the people that are willing to listen what's actually about to happen. And then boom, down 99%. Thank you. Next trade. AMD's got juice here. If you break this, this thing could have fun. If we get to 190 today, I mean, that's very aggressive to break then this 184.87 and then run all the way to 190. Remember, guys, I also have a boatload of AMD shares with an average of $11.39, not $11.39, $11.39. So we're trading at 183. That's well over, I think it's like 1,500, 1,700% gains right now. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Move from 8 to 70 was the moon. Dude, I remember being on the golf course on June 2nd and being like, what the heck is going on? If ES breaks here, that's probably when you're going to see AMD get through that 183.75. Like, that's what we've been saying all morning. ES needs to break through this zone in order for AMD to get there. That's really close. Why is it that you're not able to execute a trade on your live account on NinjaTrader? Do you have enough capital to trade it? That might be why. If it's saying order canceled, like order rejected, you may not have enough capital to trade in ES. It depends on what time you're doing. There's 183.75 on AMD. So you broke there. See that break in the shoot here, guys? Look at that. 169% on AMD. Thank you. Pending home sales, not good. Yeah, see, we didn't even need that ES break, but we got the break on AMD there. If we break 200 on AMD, I'll start selling a bunch of cover calls on it. You were on the golf course too that day? Yeah, it was like right after my birthday. Small sell-off on GM, but it's going for seconds. AAL going again? Is it? Where's AAL? Yeah, AAL, you're right there, man. You're 5 cents away. That's great. 1 to 6 risk to reward trade there on AAL. You're welcome. You're welcome. It took a little bit, but you got there. AMD is looking absolutely phenomenal here. I'm holding that until 190. They're up 180% right now. Bull trap? Why? The market just sold off in preparation for PCE data because everybody thought it was going to be bad. And then the PCE data, the inflation data, came out as not bad. So now all the buying pressure is coming back in. I would say probably not. AMD, just my baby right here. Yeah, and Wayne, especially for you, if you haven't traded futures before, paper trade them first. Like, I've said that to everybody. Like, the brokers are, when you have a limit order that hits, it doesn't always, unless you set it up this way, it won't cancel the other orders that you have. So you just have open orders out there. Look at AMD just ripping. 200%. There you go. Well, it's 199.09 right now, but I saw it at 200%. That's phenomenal. But PCE was at expectations, wasn't anything crazy. Correct, but you got to look at the deflators as well. There's a lot of different components of PCE. Plus, you also have to remember that if CPI was hot, that should have, and a lot of those other metrics should have came in and pumped PCE a little bit more. But PCE, remember, is the Fed's preferred metric of inflation. So if it's coming in at expectations, when everybody, even if the expectations are set, but everybody in the marketplace still thinks that it's going to come in hot and it comes in right at the actual headline expectations, but everybody is priced in that it's actually not going to do that and come in higher, then the market's going to do what we're seeing right now. All right, we're up like 201%, 203% on the AMDs. We're cranking, ladies and gentlemen. We're cranking. I love it. Dude, this is like, this could be another 500%er this week. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, a lot of it has to do with the Fed's expectations, but like, yeah, if you look at the data, just, like, I agree with you, Mike, if we were just saying, okay, what was PCE? But even then, in this market environment, if it comes in at expectations, what have we seen out of the bond market? Just look at TLT. Everybody's pricing in rate cuts. That's what this is showing you right now. People buying bonds. When people buy bonds, the reason why they would start to buy in an outsized amount, like you were seeing with this TLT move, is that they project that bond yields are going to be lower in the future than what they are right now. So if you're a money manager, you're a wealth manager, you're a hedge fund manager, and you're going to put your money in treasuries, you have to know that if rates are expected to be lower in, let's say, the next year, it makes more sense for them to buy the bonds now and lock in the higher rates if everybody thinks that yields are going to come down, which they probably are. When? June. I mean, we've been saying May, June for a while. I've said like 50-50 on May and like 85-90% is my expectation on rate cuts for June. But again, if it's at the expectation and it's not going in the other direction, that's usually going to be pretty good for markets. Holy AMD. Oh my God. 212%. This is amazing. This is great, man. So now I don't feel as bad about Uber. Just because I've manhandled AMD today. Which is fine. Uber's up a little bit. Palantir is hanging around 25. I like that. You want to look at NVIDIA on the daily? Yeah, sure. NVIDIA probably had a similar look, but it didn't like converge enough. That's why I went with AMD instead. So AMD is the winner here today. Big winner. Oh my God. Dude. See, this is the thing, guys. Like, you ride your winners and you cut the losers quick. How did you qualify for day trading? What do you mean? What do you mean? There's not like a job interview to be a day trader. Here goes the rejection on ES off the zone. AMD doesn't really care, which I mean, kind of, but that's a ripper. That's a ripper, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see. So that's 2 this week. We have this AMD setup here that I was trying to talk to you guys about on Twitter yesterday. I didn't see it on the stream. I would have told you on the stream, but and then I was on the Coinbase earlier this week. So, oops. This was the Coinbase trade that I was basically in. That's basically where I entered and where I sold. So it was about a 1 to 4.5 risk to reward on just the shares. For you guys though, you could have taken this break, you could have taken this break right here, and you still absolutely drilled it. So good for all you guys. I mean, we've just had an insane week here. Ooh, big sell off there. Oh, hello ES. AMD lose it there? Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, it's still holding on. Market looking like it's going to roll over here. Yeah, it definitely could. I mean, you just kind of came down, went zone to zone here. What was the data? 10-11? What's going on right now? Pending home sales. But that's a delayed reaction on pending home sales. In Fed speed, did they come on early with the Fed? Did they come on early there? I don't think they did. No. 9 minutes ago, Russia imposes 6-month gasoline export ban from March 1st. That's a big move. Thoughts on puts for Google, Apple, or Meta? Google, I'd probably want to start scaling in. For me personally, long-term shares just based on pure fundamentals. Of the Magnificent Seven, they have the lowest forward PE. Their free cash flow has been growing. We talked about Google yesterday, about how the issue here with Google is, what do you call it? AMD, big drop. The issue with Google is if they can get their act together and figure out getting their LLMs to not be college professors, we'll put it that way, then they can take advantage of some of the benefits of everybody kind of transitioning to the, let's call them legacy search engines, into these large language models like ChatGPT and using that to get your internet results. That's really the question with Google right now is, are they going to be able to do that? Because everything else about their business is pretty solid. So these sell-offs, when you see free cash flow growing, you see that they have the lowest forward PE out of all the Magnificent Seven, pretty decent sell-off, nothing too crazy, is relatively good. Apple's a weird one just because, in my opinion, Apple really needs to reinvent something crazy. Like come out with something like a new version of the iPhone that's revolutionary and things like that in order to drive growth further in the future. That's going to be tough for them. And then Facebook, I own a bunch of Facebook. So, I mean, their foray into, this market's really coming down right now. What happened? Anybody know? Russia banning gas, I don't know, but that's huge. What is going on here? That's a 14-point candle. Something's happening that I just haven't seen. And then what most people don't know, too, is that Facebook also has their own LLMs. Large language models. So what is happening? Hold on. Guys, what's going on here? What's going on? What just happened? Is anything hit the feed? I've seen nothing. It's the Russia stuff from 12 minutes ago, but like, when did this sell-off start? Was it 12 minutes ago? Yeah, kinda. Are we about to give back all of PCE's gains right here? I mean, AMD's still holding on right around that first TP there, so I don't really care about that. Palantir is getting hit, though, which kind of stinks. But, I mean, we've already locked in some nice profits today, so it doesn't really matter. Like, the AMD is free. Or make the VR headset more affordable. With time, it will become more affordable. Oh, you have to qualify for options trading since you're new to options. I could only qualify for level 2, which restricts what you can trade. Level 2 is all you need. Level 2 is all you need. Because with level 1, you get to sell covered calls, sell cash secured puts. Level 2 is buying and selling quote unquote naked options, but I mean the risk is defined. I believe level 3, level 3 might be spreads, and then level 4 it's naked. I don't know. I'd have to take a look at that again. AMD right back up. Doesn't care. Love that. AMD is strong like bull today. Yep, still up about 175% on those contracts, and those are free. So that's great. I'm letting those go. That could be this could turn into a really big trade. My next target on AMD is 190. I've already made it free, secured profits, letting it rip. And then Palantir is a little bit of a different story. I kind of want to see what happens with the S&P inclusion. I've got a little bit of time on them, so if they do sell off, and they're green right now. So if Palantir does sell off if they don't get added to the S&P, it's not really going to be it's going to be another tiny paper cut. But if they get added, this is what I'm talking about with asymmetric upside. Like, that's how I view things all of the time. Like, I'm not going to take a trade where the potential upside is not going to wildly outweigh any risks. Level 4 is leverage spreads on margin. Isn't that just spreads? Because they're technically levered anyway. And they'd have to be on margin. So what's level 3? Is that just normal spreads? Or is it index options? I don't know. Palantir back up. AMD doing good. ES coming back. I don't know what this candle was. If that was off of... Let's check oil. Or is oil... That's not CL. That's Colgate. What's oil doing? See, oil's not moving here. So I don't know what this is. Makes sense. Thank you. No problem. No problem. If you qualify for level 2, you're good. You can do everything that we do here. Bonds aren't moving. What was that? Big volume, though, coming in on that sell candle. I don't know. That's a weird one. That's a weird one for me, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, you have 13 minutes to get 49 more likes on the stream to extend the stream until 11. I don't think you guys got it in you today, but you never know. You guys surprise me sometimes. Level 3 is spreads. Level 4 is naked. Yeah. You never want to sell naked options. Ever. You know why? Well, with puts, technically the risk is defined if the stock goes to 0. But if you sell a naked call, the theoretical loss is infinite. Because the stock can go up in perpetuity to an infinite number. Profits being taken, that's not profit taking. That volume coming in here, which is almost as big, like bigger than the actual pump candles here, that is not profit taking. That's something going on. CLSK. I already alerted you guys of this one. I mean, you guys would have had TPs here, scaling out further. Like, this was just textbook here. So, I mean, if you weren't taking profits when this thing broke this level, when I got you guys in it, like, what, let's call it 17, it went to 19, and then you're ripping even further, that one's going to be on you. Enter Riot? I don't think so. No, why would I enter Riot right now? Riot's knifing. Guys, you know what I'm looking for. All you guys in the courses know how simple yet how crazy effective all this stuff is. That does not qualify. Sorry. AMD coming back up. A Pelosi candle? I don't know if you call it a Pelosi candle. Let's see here. I mean, I would love for AMD to crack that 190 today if it does. Well, did you break? Oh, AMD all-time highs. Damn. All right. I guess I have all-time highs in my portfolio right now. How much is the long-term up today? Hold up. I got to take a look at this. This might be up big. Good morning, STV. What's up, Tuxedo? How you doing, buddy? I want to see, because that's all-time highs on AMD. And I know Facebook was going. I want to see how much we're up today. How much money did we make by doing nothing? Let's see. It's probably decent. It's probably nothing crazy, but, like, it's probably decent. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not like the 10, 12 grand we made, like, last week, but in one day. That was crazy. Palantir's still looking good. Tessie. What do we got? Maybe Coinbase broke again? I can check it right now if you want me to. No, it's fine. Coinbase is fine. Dude, AMD is just a monster here. If we break 200, I'm going to seriously start selling a bunch of calls on it. Built a new PC a few months ago. Bought my AMD graphics card while thinking of you, STV. Thank you, Knifey. You're helping out my long-term investing. 9.15% on that quick move down on SPY. Nice. There you go. NVIDIA just don't offer price to performance nowadays. Yeah, they're more, I mean, I think they're more suited towards the commercial segment, businesses, things like that. AMD is a lot more PC graphics, things like that. Even though AMD, I mean, NVIDIA does offer that, but I'd have to do a little bit of a deeper dive into those comparisons. Because, like, at this point, when you just, like, I don't do a whole lot of work anymore on the AMD position, like, in terms of, like, reading reports and things like that, because, like, it's up 1,700%. Like, do I really need to put all the effort in now still? No, I really don't. Remember when all you guys were like, when AMD dropped to like 50, you were like, oh my God, sell it. And I was like, no, holding the line. Now look at us, all-time highs. Making so much money. That's a really interesting point, though, that we need to cover. All right, so you got to understand the underpinning of why I do that. And this is a lot of you guys, too. Never, ever, 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 ever make an investment decision on what somebody else tells you. All right? Here's why. AMD back above 185. Or listen to anybody else. Don't listen to me, ever. I mean, I can tell you more information about stuff in understand way, but it's not from a biased perspective. It's information. Take the information and do with it whatever you want. Because if you listen to somebody else to make an investment decision, you could be talking to some random person. If they make somewhat of a compelling argument, you're just hanging out with them, they can then also influence you. You need to be the one that has conviction. You, every time. Like when you guys were like, aha, like when AMD was above 100, it drops to like 60, and you guys are like, sell it. I'm like, no, actually, not going to do that. It's the same thing with Facebook when it dropped. Dude, I got to put another price alert on AMD here. Jeez. They're up 240%. Like, do you guys, does that make sense to everybody? Don't, like, you have to do the work yourself. If you don't, it's going to be really difficult for you to actually hold things. Because you're not going to understand. This is all-time high breakout on AMD. This could get dirty. All right, I'm setting a price alert. BA breaking down here. Let's check it out. I mean, you're probably looking at like the 5 or 15. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, that's going to break that pre-market low and potentially start selling. ES coming back. AMD is an absolute unit. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, don't listen to me. Like, even, guys, I'm going to teach you how to do things in the mastermind. And we're going to use stocks as examples. But it doesn't mean buy them. It means this is how you do it on this. Does that make sense? Like, you have to be the one that understands the story, the fundamentals, the tactic, everything about it. Like, I know AMD, how this moves, like the back of my hand. That's why when the thing goes to right here, it converges and you look good, that's why I'm able to hit this trade here. Like, I know what it's going to do. Did you play this week's on AMD? No, these are next week's. These are next week. Next week's with like 1.5% risk. So, it might be a little more. No, I don't know. I was moving stuff around. Yeah, that's right, Uber. Sorry, I know some of you guys are in it, but it's pissing me off. Nah, I wouldn't have swung AM. Like, I'm not... I could have, but I didn't really want to, because the reason is that if my target on AMD, let's say, is this level right here, 183.75, you are right next to all-time high, I want to have a little bit of time, like even a little bit of time on it for that thing to kind of get that nice buying pressure up to 190 or 200. Like, is it really going to happen in 2 days? Probably not. And again, with those short-dated options, like, I'm usually pretty quick to sell them. Like, I'm out quick, and I'm like, I don't really like it, things like that. So, like, I like giving myself, like, at least a week and a half, 2 weeks of time to let those play out. They're up 272% right now, 267%. Bought the contracts at 110. They're at $4 right now. That's awesome. Every $100 turned into $400-ish, give or take. So... where's Palantir? Trying to get back above 25. That's good. We are in position A over here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and then I've got other stuff too. So it's like if I have like shares that like just hang around. What else we got? Where's Tesla? Did Tesla ever break? Yeah, that's right, Uber. Screw you. Did it? Nope. Tessie's sucking it up today. So we caught basically the biggest winner of the day. Again, like the one I'm a little disappointed about this week is not taking full advantage of all of the crypto plays. I mean, I nailed Coinbase, but I kind of wish I had CLSK and MicroStrategy, because if I had all of them, I would have still had some on the table. Like, MicroStrategy's cranking today. Or it was. I don't know what it's doing right now, but it was looking really good. Like, AMD being up 5% is real good. Tesla's back to open. Yeah, that's not good for them. All right, guys. Somehow, you have 3 minutes to get the like button up. I don't think you guys are going to get it today. That's okay. That's okay. Dude, I cannot wait to show you guys all of this more. Like, again, I'm going to still break it down very simply for everybody, but once you guys see the stuff we're going to do in the mastermind, oh my lord. You guys are going to be set for life. I'm so excited. Those of you guys that aren't in there yet, that have already hopped into the courses, you really have until Sunday before I send that link out to everybody else, and then those spots are going to go, boom, gone. 4,700 people left for less than 150 spots. Uh-oh. Uber being an a-hole? Yeah, that's why I was out of it. He was being a real a-hole. Another great day. Thanks, brother. No problem, Tor. Tor, you've been trading with shares, right? With this? Did you get like AAL or GM or any of those? Because those were really good. Did AAL ever get up to the level there? Oh my god, how close was that? 3 cents? Oh, that's rude. GM, what happened here? GM, you blasted through. That was 1 to 4. I believe AAL is 1 to 6, something. Yeah, 1 to 6. That's pretty good. So just between those two trades, guys, AAL and GM, you're up 10% on your account. If there's any truth to that 311 thing, let me know. The 11th is when BTFP expires. Rollover is today or tomorrow. I think that might be what you're thinking of, James, because that's what we talked about in the newsletter. The 11th is when the bank term funding program ends. More shares than options, but I've been dabbling with some options now. Nice. Yeah, so just those two trades, trading shares, boom, 10% on your account. There you go. Easy money. And then you add in like the AMDs, the Coinbases. I mean, you guys are up a lot. Pay attention or pay a premium. And then, yeah, for those of you guys that are on the sidelines, have not gotten the courses, or don't want the mastermind, the courses are 50% off right now. So, again, if you want the mastermind as well, the 8 to 10 weeks 2 classes a week going through day trading, swing trading, macro, long-term investing, and just a college level education in finance. Wait until Sunday that you'll get that link. But if you just want the courses, they're 50% off. The link's in the description. You get the swing and day trading courses. They're super powerful. Thanks for clearing it up. No problem. Yeah, BTFP is what expires on the 11th. Which could get interesting. The funniest thing in the world, this is so funny to me, is that the Fed comes in to these banks and is like, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of help here. We're gonna inject some liquidity, and you guys are gonna pay us an interest rate. And the banks are like, oh, okay, thank you so much, Jerome Powell. We really appreciate it because we would really be in trouble. And then the banking people in the back are like, look at this idiot. He's about to give us a bunch of money at a low interest rate. And then what happens? The Fed gives the banks money. The banks then give it right back to the Fed. And then they earn a higher interest rate. So they basically tricked the Fed into doing QE. It's so funny. It's so funny. And then the Fed was like, wait. Then they increased the what do you call it? The interest rate by like 50 basis points on them. They were like, we can't be doing this. All right, guys, it's 10:31. That's going to wrap it up for us today. Shout out to all you guys coming to the streams. Remember, we're live every day, 9 a.m. What a freaking day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, again, you guys, I'll throw that link to the Apex accounts in here too if you guys want that. The link to the courses is in the description. And then those of you guys that haven't hopped into the mastermind yet, maybe later today I'll give you the link and the discount code again on that Twitter account. So Sunday we'll get everything with the same prices now. Well, the mastermind is $1,000, but you get both the courses for free, and then you get the 8 to 10 weeks, 2 classes a week, everything like that. So you get like basically the best deal in the world. All the people that were already in the courses got a significant discount to it just for putting that foot forward. So you got to make that choice if you just want the courses or if you want both the courses for technically free and then also get the mastermind as well. You wait till Sunday. And then on that, is AMD going? It's looking all right. But yeah, all you got to be on is, I'll probably tweet it out, but shortthevix.info is where the free ebook is in the newsletter. So that's where you'll get it, the newsletter. There's like 4,700 people on it. I only have 150 spots. I mean, not left. It's a lot lower than that now. I got to look and see how many are there because it's way less than 150. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a great